Welcome to the official AFL Fantasy Podcast with the Traders.
G'day with the Traders, I'm Roy, I coach Destroy, and I'm here with Warnie.
Coach of the Warn Dogs.
And Calvin.
Coach Calvinator.
And Calvin.
Yes.
Are you kicking us off today?
No, I'm not, because it's over to the Warn Dog, because
Warn's got it.
It's not 2021 or 2022 here, Roy, because every year Warnie stitches me up.
Yeah,
But
that's what I thought.
it's interesting,
I
though.
assume.
So he takes the Suns back when there are actually a couple of names to talk about.
And there are. We are looking at the Gold Coast Suns today. There's plenty of names, actually, to consider for fantasy, both classic draft and maybe even keeper league too, as you're looking across these guys. So let's start at the top with Touk Miller.
Yeah.
A gun, a machine.
But he dropped.
He did drop. So he was 122 top averaging player in 2021, but in 2022, that 122 went down to 109.8.
Yeah.
So just under 110.
So there's a bit of meat.
There's meat.
Possibly.
Speaking of meat, you've seen his arms.
100%.
Well, and that's the big thing.
I tell you what, I don't know if it's tricked but I factor that in way too much, those pre-season picks.
Yep.
His is as good as I've ever seen.
I know.
Humongous.
The thing is about him, he can't be tagged.
No.
He runs his arse off all
He
day.
works so hard.
He does.
Yep. And he tackles.
He just went through a patch this year.
Oh, that was a patch, all right.
Where, are you talking good patch or bad patch?
Bad patch.
Yeah, where he didn't run that hard.
He didn't lay a tackle.
He looked like a bit of a passenger and no tackling. Now, there has to have been an underlying injury issue.
Yep.
So
Surely.
his scores were a bit up and down. He had 4 scores under 90, which is not what you want from what you call an uber premium.
Who's supposed to be a captain.
As captain
safe
option.
captain.
But then the captain option is he had 9 scores over 120.
There's your captain scores.
There is.
It was just, it felt scary doing it last year because it was like you didn't quite have full faith you knew what you were going to get.
So, well, he always is in the mix for you, Calvin, as that. But the other good thing about him is that he's played every game but one in the last 3 seasons.
What,
so
that's good.
He's a machine.
There's the patch there. Round 3, 4 and 5, he had 3 tackles in total.
Yeah.
For scores of 68, 83, 99.
Reeks of shoulder injury.
Doesn't it? Something not right.
Exactly. So, but he is the main man in the midfield. That's his role, and that should continue. Like he 81% of the time he was at centre bounces. Like that.
He's the man.
I probably should have better stats on this, but they would be pretty close to a competition high,
I reckon.
And then you've got Matt Rao at 80%.
Right. So
they don't use many people through there.
No.
What was he
it's
doing?
Miller, Rao, Anderson's at 71%. They're the main 3 and basically the only 3 with David Swallow chopping in.
Tell us
Crazy.
about Rao, dog.
So, well,
Goodness me.
let's go Noah Anderson first, who you did mention there. He had a great year. He pretty much had, well, what you would maybe call a little bit of a breakout there. He took that 81 up to a 98. Just a good player. Like
He is.
And it is almost that comparing him to Matt Rao.
Yeah.
Is that, well, Roy, keeper league.
He leapfrogged him, didn't he?
Apples and oranges.
You picked him.
I did.
As your second pick, wasn't it? I think it was.
Something like that.
When
It
we
was a very
started our
bold
keeper league.
move, I thought, yeah.
But at the moment,
shocking move.
Noah's going to look like a better fantasy option, at least for
Better
this.
player.
I reckon there's a little bit more growth in him as well.
Yeah.
He's just improved every
Anderson.
single week. Yeah.
Remember that game? He kicked the match-winning goal, which was pretty epic. He had a massive game there, kicked 2 snags in that, 26 disposals, 9 marks, 7 tackles, like just all-round stats, and that was a 141, so he's good. But let's look at Matt Rao. His issue was marking. Can you remember? He just was not taking marks.
A mark.
And that's not his game, but...
No, but still, you take a couple. There's times in the game where
He went a long
surely
time.
you're open.
It was a terrible record.
So anyway, he was sort of looking like he was going to be the better fantasy option, especially those first 5 games.
He
was
to
having
stat
Corona
field.
Ball tons.
Yeah, he
big
used to
tons
stat
too.
field though, remember? Like he used to take marks, even as a junior. He'd take a few. Don't know what's going on there.
Don't know. All right, I want to talk about the other, I guess, premium. He's a premium. I'm going to call him a premium. Is Jared Witts.
Yeah, he's a
so
premium.
he made
Right.
an epic return from an ACL, and we were all probably scared off that because he had a
100%.
limited preseason really running into it. We weren't even convinced that he was going to play round 1.
Well, he wasn't even on track.
Played
at some
all
stage.
22 games and averaged 91.
So we put a line
massive.
through him because he was the riskiest ruck.
He
10
was.
ruck trades later.
Yeah.
I'm going to call him. He was the best ruck pick of the year.
Yeah, fine. That's a fine call.
Yeah, no, you're
Well,
probably right.
he was value, and
definitely.
he was a keeper for the year.
Value, and he was rocking up every week.
Right. Brandon Ellis has defender mid status now. So he's someone that has averaged in the 90s multiple times.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit of meat on the bone there with an 86, but I guess the issue with him is you've got to, well, you take the good with the bad with the Brandon Ellis. So he had averaged more than 100 in the last 6 rounds. So that's
He came home.
enough.
He did come home.
That's
He came
enough
home.
to go, yeah, that's the thing. So I reckon that 86 is definitely on the lower end of what his output would
Agreed.
probably be for this season.
Yep.
Now, they picked up Jed Anderson as a pre-season supplementary pick, the SSP.
Yeah.
And I think that he could find himself he could be a good player for us if we're considering him. Mostly for draft, I would say. I don't think we're starting him in Classic. So he does, hang on, where was he? He was 738. So he's priced at 84. I just think that I feel like we need to see it. We can't pick him without seeing it.
He can pump out a score.
He can, and we've seen that. Like, he averaged in Corona Ball, and I know that's adjusted, and 16-minute quarters might have helped him, but that was a 104 average from 15 games.
Yeah.
That was significant.
I'm with you. It's only a
He's got the
draft
dual position
thing,
status,
but
which is handy.
That helps. That helps as well. Yeah, for sure.
There's a few players there that have been on our radars, I guess, over the years. I'll throw one to you. Braden Fiorini.
Lock. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Fiorini.
Yes.
So Calvinator.
I know.
He's priced at a 72.
Yep.
He went at 105 the year before that.
Yep, 13 games he managed.
Yep.
He just doesn't get in. You just can't pick him because of that.
Can't.
33 points.
He
difference.
he is a ball magnet. I think what we remember too, remember back when he first debuted, whatever he scored in the first game, can't remember. Second game, it was 160.
Yep.
It was ridiculous.
He's a pig.
He is.
Yeah.
When he's given a run at
That's it.
in a good role.
Yep.
If there was
a massive
it's not
scorer.
Neufel anymore, he's in the VFL these days. If there was that fantasy, we would be
lock and load.
definitely picking him. All right, I wanted to talk about Jack Lukosius.
Of course you did.
Of course.
So he's been a forward the last
Yeah,
couple of years.
No good at it
I
either.
can see why. He's a
Yeah,
average of 64, dog.
exactly. But what did he do when he was a defender?
He was better than that.
A lot better. I think he had in the 80s,
85,
didn't he?
86.
Yeah.
He was like a mini Himmelberg.
He was.
So he was good, and because he could take marks. So my prediction here, and it's probably wrong.
Oh, I don't reckon.
It's a late draft selection in the hope
Yes.
that with Ben King coming back into the team, he may not need to play as much forward, push back up the ground, wing,
Yep.
maybe even sneak to that half back again
Yeah.
and take those marks.
No, not the
and use that
stupidest thing you
booming,
said, dog.
booming boot. Because that's the thing. If he's got that 64 next to his name, that's pretty deep on your draft list.
It is, and I'm with you here in terms of
It's
I
a
like
risk worth
drafting
taking.
someone like that if common sense prevails, he's back in a
You would
position where he
think so.
actually has
Agree.
an impact in the game.
Agree.
You think that's a risk worth taking, Cal?
As one of your very, very last picks.
See, I do it at very last, not very, very last. I go a bit earlier than you.
Okay. It can't be worse than a 64. It can't be worse than that.
No way.
No. Now, a few players did struggle a little bit with a bit of a drop in numbers. Jeremy Sharp. Actually, you guys will probably remember him from 2021 then, was it?
When he was
and
rookie.
I had him, and he was dominating.
Yeah. Yep.
Absolutely dominating on that wing. So he had a great season there. Well, he averaged 71 in that season, but he's dropped to a 45 average this year. Played the 11 games.
Oh, goodness.
Mid-only. So probably one to look at because that's 26 points down on what he did the year before. Wow.
You just would never do it. But that's,
would
that's
never do it.
significant. Yes.
But he was a guy that was putting out hundreds for us.
Did he forget how to play?
Don't know.
That's unreal.
I did mention Ben King before. He's very cheap at 316. It's better
cheap.
than that.
Oh, yeah.
If there are no rookie
Here we
forwards
go.
available.
Here we go, Roy.
Oh, here it is.
The rookies are gone
If
again.
there are none
There are
available.
no rookies.
I'll get Toomey on the phone and see what he reckons.
He tells
He
you there's
named a
heaps.
lot of rookies.
They do have some rookie price players, and I think Bailey Humphrey's probably the one that we will be definitely keeping an eye on at 290k. So he may get an opportunity. He's got the mid-forward status, which is handy. So he averages a couple of goals a game, and he'll probably play as a forward. He's not going to get the midfield time, which is going to boost his score, but he might be there. Now, the other one, Tom Berry. If he gets a game, and I know he's a small forward, but he's got an AFL ready body because he's obviously older.
Yeah.
He's still rookie price, so he's in there at 286, just like our mate Steenie, Jake Stein.
Come on.
Jake Steen. He is at 288k as well.
Well, Whiting, our mate Fish, he has Tom Berry in their best 22.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So again, if there's no rookies available,
Yeah. Okay.
you might do that.
Yeah.
Connor Blakey.
Yeah.
Oh, now I was scrolling down to him. 235 years.
Connor
Lock
Blakey.
and
the
Low ad.
ex-Freo guy.
Hell yeah, used to be a first pick for me.
But he's a straight mid, 235, doesn't make the team.
Doesn't he?
I don't think so.
Doesn't he?
I don't think so.
If there are no rookies available and he plays round. Actually, if he's playing round one, I think you'd pick
100%.
him.
100%, he's locked.
Put him on the ground too.
Yeah, he's locked.
Hey, I really need some advice here though, because Matt Rowell annoyed me so much
You want to go back for seconds?
that
Oh.
I'm considering cutting him from my keeper.
Oh.
And that'd dent your ego a fair bit.
A lot. That's why it's big that I'm even talking
It's
about
a big ego. Take a bit of denting.
No, from memory, I think it must have been your third round, because I think you went Walsh in the second.
it. Yeah.
You must have had someone all right in that first. I can't remember.
No,
yeah,
it
he can
wasn't-
go,
It
but-
wasn't good. It was Lloyd.
He's clogging it up.
was it?
Yeah.
He's clogging it up.
I went Lloyd, Walsh, Rowell.
Oh.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah, you can dump a guy like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Send a message.
Yep.
Is he any chance to throw it back in my face?
I don't think so.
Don't you?
No. He took 27 marks last year.
What?
27 marks last
In
year.
the whole year?
season.
The whole year.
Oh, that's disgusting. No, he's much better than what we saw. Surely he bounces back. He was doing some tagging and stuff. He's
Thing
not going
is-
to do a tagging role again.
75 average. That's about what it was. And it was what it was. But I wonder, is there much on that after what we saw?
He opened the season with
with a ton.
117.
And people jumped on him because they thought they missed him. Like,
Then he
we
went-
started with him.
Then he went 46.
Oh,
It was awful.
Matt.
All right, so, Suns, let's sum it up and get there and go.
wow.
Wow, is this
Took.
dog? Are you happy with
Under
that?
No, I'm not, because it's not real good. I'm actually hot and sweaty in here. It's probably
So
good
am I.
that we're doing Gold Coast today because it's a
Feels
bloody
like we're sitting
stinking
there,
hot
yeah.
day. Took 110.
Lock.
Lock.
Yes.
Interested.
Very interested. So you're this Mr. Lock over here. So far,
He's already got lead.
Laird and
Two. Yeah.
Two.
He's going in this season with 13 players. That's all he can afford.
No.
There'll be high scoring ones though, won't they?
Yeah. Too right they will be.
Yeah, very interesting. Lockety lock.
Then the other one, Jared Witts. I don't think we're picking him in Classic. However, he's pretty reliable, I'm feeling, for draft in when there's so many question marks over the rucks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you could be getting him, it's that sixth-ish ruck off the board,
okay.
maybe?
So is he going to be any worse than Max or Grundy?
No.
I guess they've got the ceiling,
They do.
but they could be that.
He's got the role, probably.
He's the only one there. You would think Max and Grundy could be 100 each.
Maybe.
High 90s at worst. He's
You
low
would
90s.
think.
Yeah.
Wow.
I still think
can't
that-
wait to see how that plays
Yeah,
out.
it's going to be real cool. It's going to be good.
Oh, well, interesting team, the old Gold Coast Suns.
Yeah.
We'll be tracking them pre-season. You can catch all of our articles at afl.com.au/fantasy and listen to these podcasts via your Spotify, your Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to podcasts.